Hey everybody, Ryan from Rhino Hockey Channel here. Alright, gonna go over the Calgary Flames season review. Now, as of today, yesterday was the last day for rosters for the Seattle Kraken um, expansion draft. I couldn't think of words there. So, there were a lot of trades yesterday. So, I will be doing a video in just a few minutes on that. But I'm going to get my season reviews for today done first. So, first up is the Calgary Flames. And if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. And other than that, let's get started with the Calgary Flames season review. How their season went. Well, Calgary was a just under 500 team, 26, 27, and 3, 55 points. They finished 22nd in the league. They had 18.3% on the power play, which was kind of middle of the road, 21st out of 31. Not really the middle, but just under middle. Their penalty kill was 80.2%. They were just about in the middle, 15th out of 31. 2.77 goals for per game, tied for 19th out of 31 teams. 2.86 goals against average per game. That was about middle of the road as well, 16th out of 31. They had 155 goals for, 160 goals against. So they allow their goal differential -5. I think that's the best so far that we've done out of the bottom teams, the teams that didn't make it. So there's that. I mean, they were decent defensively. I mean, they weren't great, but they were decent enough. Offensively, they weren't horrible, but they weren't the greatest by any stretch either. Their power play was definitely their worst stat, and it wasn't absolutely god-awful, but it wasn't blaringly good either. Their penalty kill, 15th. I mean, you're middle of the road on the penalty kill, you're doing something right. I mean, you're not terrible, but you could improve a bit. Alright, key injuries. There were no real major injuries that took a key player out for majority of the season, 10 plus games, anything like that. Hi monkey. It's my cat if you hear him meowing in the background. Upcoming UFAs, they have Zach Ronaldo. He only played like 4 or 5 games, maybe 6, but not a huge loss there. Louis Domingue, journeyman of a backup and AHL goalie, so he'll find somewhere. Michael Stone, I guess they'll bring him back. Nikita Nesterov, that did not work out, bringing him back from Russia. Buddy Robinson, only played about 7, 8, 9 games, something like that. No points. Josh Olivo, I don't think that one's worked out really well, so I don't think he's come back. And Derek Ryan, that didn't work out well, so I don't think he's come back either. Upcoming RFAs. They got Dylan Dubé, Glenn Godden, Oliver Kylington, Juuso Valimaki, and Connor Mackey. So Dubé's definitely going to get a pay raise. Valimaki, I think, will get a bit of a pay raise. He was still pretty solid. I mean, I think he's still one of their better younger defenders that they have in their system. So, and he played the majority of the season with the NHL. So, didn't look like he lost much, if any, step from that injury he suffered last year. So, that's good news. Definitely could improve on the offensive side, but young defenders, it takes more time with them than forwards to figure this sort of stuff out. I mean, look at their captain, Mark Giordano. Didn't figure it out till he was like 30 years old. That's when he figured out how to score goals in the NHL, but you know what? It takes time with some guys. It just does. Here's the terrible contracts. Now, I know there's one there that Calgary fans are going to probably jump down my throat on, and that is fine if you don't agree. I understand. I don't think there's any question about Milan Lucic. That one is a terrible contract. He had a better season this year than he had the previous 2-3 seasons, but still $5.25 million for a fourth liner. And one you probably aren't going to move without keeping half of that contract, so that's rough. But luckily, he is done after the 2022-23 season, so that's 2 more years. But still, that sucks up a lot of space. Now, this is the one I think a lot of Calgary fans may not like, but at the same time may. Sean Monahan. He had, 30 points this season? which for a first-line center on this team, considering the people he plays with, was not good enough. He did not play well this year. He missed a few games. I think it was like 4 total. And honestly, I think that were all from him being benched. But he did not perform up to par this year like he had the previous few years. So at this point, $6.375 million through 2022-23 season as well. So if he keeps producing at that rate, it's not worth it. And to trade him, probably is going to mean you keep 2 to 3, if not, what was it, $3.1 something million just to get rid of his contract. But chances are they get rid of him, they're going to have to retain salary or take salary back. So, but they could get a good haul for him. Jakob Markstrom, now, when they signed him, I thought that was a great signing. Finally, a goalie that they hadn't had since Kiprusoff retired. But did not perform to that level this year. I mean, was not a great year for Markstrom. Cat, why are you licking plastic bags? Weird freaking cat. Hold on one second. Go away. Go. Don't give me a glare like that. Go. Hey, paper. Chase it. And you just look at it. Okay. Sorry if you hear the cat licking plastic in the background. He's a weirdo. Alright, who wants out? I can't say anybody necessarily wants out of Calgary. I think they all are getting frustrated because they have a solid core, or what looks like a solid core. And they have for the last few years, and it just has not gone anywhere. I mean, it just hasn't. Top scorer and top goalie, Johnny Gaudreau. Definitely the top scorer. 19 goals, 30 assists for 49 points. He was definitely the top scorer by a margin. Jakob Markstrom was the top goalie. Though he had a not great numbers-wise year, still had a decent year. 22, 19, and 2, 904 save percentage, and 2.68 goals against average. What that record tells me and what the team's record tells me, he made saves. He just didn't make them when it mattered most. Because, I mean, the numbers aren't terrible. 2.68 in this day and age is not terrible. It's middle of the pack worthy, which is about where they finish in every category, but definitely not the greatest, and that save percentage is what hurts him, 904. So he didn't face a ton of shots, but he did not stop a lot of the ones that he faced, especially in the most pivotal times. I remember looking back at a lot of the games they had this year, it seemed like he did not make the timely saves, and it just did not seem like they played well in front of him either. Alright, the upcoming draft. This is a little bit more positive, so I'm sorry, Calgary fans, you felt that was really attacking, but when you don't have a good season, it's hard to be positive for everything. You can see things that teams do well, but Calgary seemed to regress in pretty much every territory, or every category there is. I don't know what caused it, because their team hadn't changed that much. Honestly, I thought they had improved in the offseason, picking up Tanev, decent solid defender, and picking up Markstrom, very good goalie last year, so no one played up to par. They just didn't. Alright, upcoming draft. They have number 13, which is ironic because there's a lot of rumors about Johnny Gaudreau being traded. Where's number 13? It's possible. But number 13 overall for the first round, they have number 45, 77, 84, 141, 173, and 205. Now, the future outlook, I can see them being competitive if they make the right choices and players start playing up to par as soon as 2 seasons from now. Even honestly, next year I could see. But it takes a major shift in this team and how they do their business. Because at this point, the players do not seem involved, especially the top line players. I mean, Matthew Tkachuk definitely has the heart and soul when he plays out there, but I don't know if I can say that about any of the others. I'm not sure Johnny Gaudreau goes out there and throws everything he has out there. I mean, there are sometimes he does, but there's also a lot of times when it seems like he just is gliding around and he's just a body on the ice. And Monahan, I don't know if he's playing through injuries or what, he just did not seem involved for most of this season. Lindholm, he played about as well as Lindholm plays. I mean, he doesn't change much. He plays the same way. So he at least is consistent. So I mean, that's the top players. You got Mangiapane and Dubé coming up. They look like they're going to be decent, probably third, maybe second liners plugging in. So those are definitely positives. I'm not sure what they have prospect wise. So that's why I'm saying if they make the right trades, if they make any, then they could be good sooner rather than later. But I can also see them not being good for a while either, as well. So it's kind of a crapshoot with this team. We'll have to see what they do. So that's what I have for you today for the Calgary Flames. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, if you don't, let me know what you think. And other than that, I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.